It's Week 12 of the NFL, and we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Vikings, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 99 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Gets past one man. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A give up the middle to Akers.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 13. Now Minshew. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Down to about the 45. Take a look at the defense for these Texans.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got C.J. Stroud. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Texans and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm. As a 6th-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll go play action here with Minshew. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Take a look at the defense for these Texans.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose.
And the Vikings pick up the football, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Play action. Stroud now. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one was mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Stroud working out of the gun.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure.
There he goes left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and 10, it's Stroud. Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Pierce. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now here's Stroud. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Minshew's throw complete there to Beckham.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. Looking to throw it, Minshew.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Take a look at the defense for these Texans.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
And Stroud now to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Stroud to throw yet again here.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Play action. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Beckham. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 99 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. Here's Minshew.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 9.
Minshew sets to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Minshew throwing on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here. 1st and 10.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Stroud sets up the play action.
And a quick throw here that's complete. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. Got his man, Dell.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
That is caught by Dell.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here goes Stroud again.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Stroud off the play fake. And he's got Jordan complete right side.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Here's Stroud.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are back within a score. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see.
The try here for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now out comes Minnesota. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And he's brought down. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now Minshew. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. It'll be Minshew again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Akers will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Houston set to take over. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Play action. Stroud now.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense. This is unbelievable.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the press. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far.
This will be 3rd and 6. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And here comes the Texans now.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Texans.
Nico Collins,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get it out for the half.
yards the gain for number 18. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. It was the running back, Cam Akers, who stood out in that first half of play. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And he returns this to the 22. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Vikings to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts. So they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. This is caught by Addison. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Minshew.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. That is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Minshew sets to throw. This is caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now here's a throw that's complete. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here again comes Gardner Minshew.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Partner, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Houston's offense taking over again.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Vikings They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Texans will take over. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
Oh, what a move. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Vikings on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Will Anderson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset. They'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 24. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Don't forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Andrew Beck, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Looking to throw it. Minshew.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be out right at the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Minshew.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. It'll be Minshew again. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll go play action here with Minshew.
Pass complete to Addison.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Akers.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
So Stroud and the Texans down by 9. A minute 46 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll look to throw here on first down. Pass complete. This is Sims.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd and 3. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Here's 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Minnesota, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.